Give me the strength of a lion and the wings of an eagle, so that I can devour my prey and I can see him from an angle. Yeah. To win this war, I've got to fight my battle, battle. Cause you will restore what the conqueror has eaten. Yeah. Oh, let the weak say I'm strong, cause you know it's gonna conquer, conquer. Facing these storms, I am an overcomer. Yeah. By the divine strength, cause you were my hand. Present help in the time of trouble. You pick me up, yeah, up from the rubble. Present help in the time of trouble. You pick me up, yes, you give me double, yeah. You know, as I just was about to play the instrumental for that song, you know, I just thought about it, and you could take the volume down a little. As I thought about, you know, as I was going to play it for the background for this video, you know, I actually wrote this song many, many years ago. And why I wrote this song is because I just felt like I was out of strength. I just felt like no human effort could help where I was. And coming from a childhood where I had a lot of health challenges, I had chronic constipation. I had issues like just these spasms and pains that, you know, I spent a lot of time in the hospital with doctors, many other health issues, you know, and my mom was very young. I guess in our young days, and many of you, especially those of us coming from the Caribbean, can identify that our nutrition was not a priority. And a lot of times when our parents has a lot of kids, it's about feeding the kids, it's about availability, you know. And so my diet consisted of a lot of flour. I love milk, I love sugar. I would eat a lot of breads, and we have dumplings, and those were the foods that was comfort foods. And so a lot of snacking as well. I snacked a lot, you know, during school, sodas, juices, a lot of cookies, a lot of snacks. And by the time it was puberty, I had started gaining a lot of weight. And so I struggled up and down with weight during my teenage years. Not significantly, but becoming a mom, that's where the challenge really came in there. Later on in life, suffering with thyroid issues, 2 blood clots, all these other things. It was just challenging. And so as I reflected on this song, you know, Father, give us strength, give me strength. We've got to look at our lives and have this strength, this sagacity, the tenacity, be able to be resilient, to rise up and say, yes, this is how I've learned, this is my culture, but I am willing to make some changes because I don't want any more hospital visits. I don't want to have any surgeries. I don't want to be in a place where something else is controlling my time and dictating my life. I have a purpose for my life. I have a plan. There are things that I love to do that I want to spend my time doing. And trust me, my friend, yours truly, I could identify with just being tired of hospital appointments. The ambulance coming to pick me up because I'm in so much pain, you know, and all of these things. So I want to talk about some things that can happen to us. You know, I may be able to say, fortunately, you know, diabetes, high blood pressure, none of those things. But when we face things like autoimmune diseases or sometimes just IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, digestive issues, simple things like heartburn, headaches, it's a sign that we need to pay attention to what is happening in our bodies. And having said that, unhealthy mother will have an unhealthy baby, and so on and so on. And so we need to be very careful in terms of taking control of our health. So today I just wanted to talk to us about, you know, adapting a more healthy lifestyle. And it starts with adapting a healthy mindset, because any one of us know to change a habit, it starts right here. We have to make a decision to change. All right, so I want to talk about a simpler way for those of us who are accustomed to what we call in the United States a SAD, you know, that American diet, or for those of us in the Caribbean or wherever else you are in the world. We want to start making some dietary changes. We want to start making some mindset changes to be able to live healthier, live with purpose, live with passion. One of my biggest passions is I am called to women, and I want to see women fulfill their purpose in this world. I want to see every human being, but I love working with women because women are very emotional by nature. Women are, really, we like to talk, we like to communicate, we like to share our hearts. But a mother or a wife is always focused on taking care of the family, taking care of everyone else, and self-care goes last. And because I have traveled through and journeyed through what that can do to you, I just really want to talk to us. All right, so let's jump in. So who else wants a simpler way to be healthy? One of the ways that you can, I've tried calorie counting, tried intermittent fasting, all of those things can work for a while. But once you stop doing that, you go back to that place where weight gain and, bloating and other issues, you revisit those things. So one of the ways that we can is by just adapting some simple habits. And that's what I want to talk about today really quickly. Right? But these simple habits can produce dramatic results with consistency. One of the ways I've been able to see a health reform, lose 32 pounds, stop all these hospital visits, have more energy, less pain. Actually, I could almost say I'm pain-free. And, there are days when I would see like my digestive system feels like, okay, you ate something wrong, but it's not like I am sick. And so we have to be able to see how these little simple habits are going to cause, as I said before, dramatic changes and bring great results. So as you focus on these small changes, I want to show you that over time, you're going to see it's developing into a daily routine. And that's what we want to do, create routines and healthy habits. So number one, you want to start eating more whole foods. And as I shared with you before, everyone loves chocolate, everyone loves a PBJ, everyone loves those things, but not everyone loves it. But everybody would like to have a little bit of ice cream or something. But those things are comfort foods. You want to focus on eating foods that are nutrient dense. What is nutrient dense food? It's foods that has vitamins and minerals, so it's not empty calories. You want to make sure that you're eating food from the fruits, vegetable groups, healthy oils, healthy fats. So you want to do that, and you want to limit. All right. The second one is you want to limit processed food. Why? Because when you buy food in a package, they take a potato and they have to salt that potato. Then they have to place it in hydrogenated oils to make that potato chips. So you want to really focus on why not, like cutting up my own potatoes or buying it and baking it instead, seasoning it and baking it instead, reducing the salt. You want to reduce sugar. So you want to just avoid overall too much processed food in your diet and try to eat more whole foods. All right, the third thing I want to jump into is limiting portions. A lot of us, all right, colored people love carbs. It's kind of like a cult here. And across a lot of different cultures, a lot of colored people love carbs. And so we've got to decide to put less carb on that plate, quarter of the plate carb. You want to put half of that plate with cooked vegetables and raw vegetables. And then you want to put protein on that next quarter of the plate. All right. And you can play around with it. If you're a vegetarian, you want to make sure quarter is beans, quarter is carbs, the next half is vegetables. Or you have your meat there, your protein. And you want to make sure you have some kind of healthy fat as well. So you can do like a little bit of olive oil, or if you cook with coconut oil. And that's a whole other story. You want to try to stay away from hydrogenated oils as much as possible. And, like the canola oil and the cottonseed oil and all these other, soybean oils and all these oils, the very process of making it is what causes us to have, like clogged arteries, high cholesterol, all of that. So you want to choose healthy fats, right? I want to just touch on this quickly. A lot of people think that once it looks yellow, it's butter, but there's a difference between margarine and butter. You want to do label reading as well, because when you choose a butter, you want to see cream on that. All right, you want to see cream. You must see cream. So a butter must be made from milk, cream. You must see that as the first ingredient. Once you're seeing hydrogenated oils and a whole long list of things that you can't describe, you just want to put that food back and choose something else that has simpler ingredients, cleaner ingredients. So you got to start reading when you go to the supermarket. This is something I do. I read the label on everything. And after a while, doing this for like 7+ years, you just kind of like know what's good and what's not much of a good choice. All right, so you want to do that. So limiting your portions and, labeling, reading your labels to keep out unhealthy stuff from getting into your system. All right. Another thing you want to do is drink water. water is a tremendous help. And as I said that, let me just grab my water. So what I do, from a person who hated water, and as I said before, suffered with chronic constipation, I get up in the morning and I fill out my water bottles. So I use like these bottles, and I would fill out my water bottles first thing in the morning. Well, of course, pray, but then to get my mind in the right place, I start filling my water because I know that I must finish this water before the day is finished. Now, when I started, it was a real struggle. Some days I would get through 2 bottles. Some days I would feel nauseated. The water just made me feel upset. I want to give you some ideas. Put a little lemon in the water. Put some pineapple. If you're like me and you love tea, put a tea bag in the water. You just find a way to make sure that you're drinking water. Cut up some pieces of mango, whatever it is you have to do, but ensure that you try to drink that water. You want to do, the limit is at least 8 glasses, and you just see your own personal needs. And if you can drink more after a while, just keep hydrated, because our body is made up a lot, but our body, like 2/3 of our body is water. So you want to make sure that from a cellular level, you're hydrating your cells, your skin, your hair, your organs, your kidney and your liver. All of these organs, they need to be able to flush well. One of the things that happened to me when I had my first blood clot was I started realizing that drinking a lot of water, it would help with the blood viscosity. This started me on a part of research, and as I started researching, water was really big. Another thing I want to say to you as well, you want to do cleanses as well in addition to that. Like, you want to do like kidney cleanse, liver cleanse, your colon cleanse. You want to like clean out your liver, clean out your organs and all of that, to make sure. You want to also, ensure that every single day you're moving at least once to twice a day when you go to the bathroom. All right. So water, that's a critical one. All right. Moving through your body. Let's look at another. We're going to take a few walking, exercising. People think that it has to be this big. You have to be a big gym fanatic. I would say to you, if you can buy some little dumbbells or use some water bottles, look up like a YouTube video and do some little strength workouts. But walking, try to just incorporate walking in your day. Try to start with like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and go up to like 30 minutes walking at least 4 times a day. And you can always, vary your workouts. And as I said before, do stretching one day, but there's so much available. We just have to commit, decide and commit to doing it. All right. So as we grow older, we learn, things happen with our joints, our bones, all of that. So you want to really make sure that movement is really, really something that you're working on. All right. So track your progress, write it down, take notes of it, and start tracking your progress. So what I do is like I've created a tracker, and I would track, like on a daily basis, I would track my weight. That's how I know that I've lost 32 pounds, from last year till now, because I would track my weight. I would track my water, how much water I drank. You put like pray, if I prayed today, if I studied today. You do your own personal, if you want to use a journal, but track to see where you're progressing. You don't want to just live your life, and there's no progress, there's no growth. So you want to be, put on that growth mindset and start moving. Another one I want to talk about is managing stress. All right. So you want to try to manage stress, because stress is really, really connected closely to chronic inflammation and many other health issues. You would not believe it. So learning to listen, to like quiet music, take a quiet moment, listen to music, just take a few moments and just be grateful. Say, God, I just thank you for my family. I thank you that I have good health. I thank you that I can do better in a particular area. You can look at an area and be negative or be positive, but you have to choose to have that growth mindset, as I said before, right? So really look at what can I do to manage stress better and take note of those things. All right. How do I respond when I'm facing a challenging situation? You want to look at that. Another critical one I want to touch on, I'm not going to touch on all. I think I'm going to stop with this one. You want to really focus on sleep. Sleep is really important. Between, like 11 to 2 a.m., there's a lot happening in our bodies, regeneration of cells and a lot of things happening. So you want to try to be a person to get to bed by 10, 11 for the latest and really give yourself that good. Start with 6 hours. If you only sleep like 5 hours, try to go up to 6, then move from 6 to 7. Try to make it gradual. Try to, if you can get to 8 some days, if you can't do it every day, but try to make sure that your sleep hygiene is improving so that you can have that mental clarity, your emotional state, your hormones being able to balance well. And all of that is critical in terms of sleep. So sleep is a critical one. All right. So I want to just ask you if you are interested in dealing with something in your body. Because of my own journey, I want to help women achieve personal and professional success. And so I've been an entrepreneur for over 20 years. And also now I've started a new business making all these natural supplements. I'm a certified herbalist. So I really want to use nutrition and nature because I have a background in food and nutrition as well. So I'm pulling all the stops and using everything as I see the growth in my own self. A lot of people are asking me for help. So here I am. Just click on the link below and you can book a one-on-one strategy call with me. It's absolutely free and I can help you. I've been helping people to reform their diet, to reform their mindset. I've been helping people to start up their businesses because God cares. That's something that God said to me early this year. He cares about our work. He cares about our worship. He cares about our well-being. So I encourage you as a woman, play it full out. You need to have a healthy body, healthy mind, healthy spirit. All right? You can't do anything living on earth without being present. So if you die before your time, you've aborted your purpose. Love you. God bless you. Click on that link below and book your free strategy course.